The Blitzwolf BW-ET1 is a small pocket carry flashlight that was sent to me by Banggood for testing. Its main feature is its ability to ramp brightness instead of defined modes. They call it Stepless dimming. Blitzwolf is a brand probably best known for their electronic chargers and cables, and to me this looks like they took a lot of inspiration from Anker in their packaging and brands, and this is one of their very first flashlights on the market. The BW-ET1 is one of the two flashlights that I can see Blitzwolf is currently making. I'd call the construction on this of average quality. There isn't anything bad and there's not anything great to report here. The anodizing seems pretty standard. It's even and of decent quality. No problems with it. This light comes in quite a few pieces, more than I expected. Let me disassemble it for you. So here it is, completely disassembled without taking the O-rings out, and it's just kind of an interesting design to it. And one of the interesting things here is that the tail cap magnet goes in this compartment here, so it's completely removable very easily. And then you screw on the cap here. One thing to note here is this lanyard ring is non-removable. Then you have the battery tube. They do sell an optional extra battery tube if you want to run 2 AA batteries. The anodized in here goes with the tail cap, and that's one thing I'd like to note here. There's no grease anywhere on this light from the factory, and as a result I'm wearing down this anodization a little bit and it's getting coated in the contacts here. Then here's the head with the protection there, and the lens cap, it's just a bezel ring there. This does come out further, but I'm not exactly sure how. Snug everything up and you're good to go. I think all these pieces that come apart when the lack of grease, at least from the factory, increases the potential for water ingress, even though this light is rated for IPX8, and I did dunk it under water and all seemed to be okay. The cool thing about the modularity of this light is you can remove the magnet or extend the battery tube, and I'd also say this lends to modding a bit. This light will run on AA's or 14500 lithium cells, which is what I'm running it on, because of increased performance. With the optional battery tube, you can run 2 AA's, but not 2 14500s because it can't handle the brightness. I measured the parasitic drain with 1 lithium battery at 7.8 microamps. One other note about the construction here is this light does roll. It won't hold itself up with presentation side, although the square button here does keep it from rolling too far. The LED in use in this light is a Cree XPL V6 LED, and it's listed as having a 5000 Kelvin temperature, warm white output. In my testing, it's not as warm as a Nisha 219B in my Raylight Pineapple. This light does have a hot center spot with a lot of flood. No beam distance is given in the manual. It's not too bad, but definitely not an all floodlight. The lowest mode is listed as 2.5 lumens with a 14500 lithium cell and 600 lumens with the same battery. If the voltage protection runs below 3.4 volts, turbo is not possible with a lithium battery. It doesn't have a low voltage protection for lithium cells that I can see, so a protected battery is recommended. And the maximum temperature achieved during my 1-minute test was 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So a bit of a size comparison here. The Blitzwolf is the largest 14500 light that I have. Here's the Raylight Pineapple, which is probably my favorite 14500. I carry this a lot, even though it's a little heavy. And it's a little longer than it probably has to be. And then here is the Olight S1A Baton. And you can see it's the shortest of the bunch. The neat thing about this light is its stepless controls. You press the only one button and hold and stop at the brightness you want. And I'll just kind of start showing this here. You can see it ramps up. And then if I press it again, it slowly ramps down. You've got shortcut turbo, which is double click. One click automatically gets you back to the lowest mode, and you can triple click to get into the special modes. When you're doing the ramping features, when you're at the lowest output, it'll blink once to let you know you're 1%. And when you're ramping up, it'll blink twice to let you know you're at 50%, and then it'll blink twice again to let you know it's your 100%. And the light also has memory that can be reset by removing the battery. No lockout is mentioned, so it'd be best to just use the manual lockout of unscrewing this tail just a little bit. So here is the light on its lowest mode, and ramping up. And there it blinked twice to let you know it's at the top brightness. Then I click again and hold, and I start to ramp down. And you can see kind of the beam pattern here. As I said, it's got a fairly hot center with a decent amount of flood.
So I've got the Blitzwolf here, and I wanted to do some night shots and beam shots. So I've got it on low here, and you can't see it. And as I ramp up, you begin to see it. And it's flashed, letting you know it's at top performance. And here is the beam. 600 lumens, pretty good. It goes really pretty dang far for a small 14500 light. So I wanted to compare the Blitzwolf to my Raylight Brass Pineapple. Now, this is the Raylight here. It's not as bright, doesn't do anywhere near 600 lumens, even on a 14500, but it is that Nisha 219 with a better CRI, and you can see the tones here are more natural. If I compare, here's the Blitzwolf. Even though it is 5000 Kelvin, it is cooler, definitely in temperature. So I want to run that comparison. Again, here's the Raylight, and here is the other one.
The packaging of this light comes in, it's pretty standard. Again, it kind of reminds me of Anchor. And I open it up, and it comes with some lovely silica gel. And you get the happy, not happy card, and inside tells you what to do accordingly. The light sits inside this pouch here. You get some extra O-rings. You get a lanyard. And what's neat about this is you get a traffic wand tube. This is really neat. I really wish a lot of flashlights would offer this in the box. So this would be great to keep in your car, and that's probably how I'll use it, just to sit there because it's got this traffic wand. These make it way easier to see in traffic than just your flashlight. It makes it just way easier. Definitely recommended you get one of these for whatever lights you're carrying. You also get the user manual in the box here, and this is a fantastic user manual for a Chinese flashlight. It just tells you everything you need to know, clear, simple, and to the point. They spent some money getting this one done. One of the bad things I noticed in the package, and I looked several times, and I actually emailed Banggood to make sure this was right and nothing was wrong here, this light doesn't include a pocket clip. Now, for me, this would be a pretty decent EDC, I think. But the lack of a pocket clip kind of makes it a no-starter. You've got to have a pocket clip on an EDC. Make it removable so people can remove it if they want to, but you got to include one. Without it, I think the light loses a lot of value, personally. If you're a lanyard guy, then maybe it's a really good choice. If you catch this light on sale at a good price, then I think it's a pretty decent option for a neutral white stepless light that can run on both AA's or 14500s. At normal price, it's more on the expensive side of things. It doesn't come with a pocket clip, which means as an EDC, it's not going to work for my system very well. It also doesn't. They also make you pay extra for the tube that carries 2 batteries. At the normal price, I really think that should be included, even though it's not an expensive tube to buy. Moving past these things, this light has pretty solid performance, and for its size, I really like that it's got neutral white by default and the only option right now. So for this light, my pros are the LED tint is a nice 5000 Kelvin. I like that it comes with a soft light baton. I wish more lights came with this from the factory. And the stepless driver is nice and easy to use. The cons for me are there's no pocket clip included, and it's really needed on a light this size, especially if it's marketed as an EDC. I believe the extended battery tube should be included, and there's no low voltage protection with lithium batteries, so use of a protected battery is strongly recommended. If you enjoyed this review, please make sure you're subscribed to my channel, give this video a like, and share it with your friends. Keep watching for more gear reviews soon.